Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're really well. So welcome to today's face yoga class. So just to tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing in the class. It's very much going to be a question and answer class. So please do put up your questions on the screen and I'm going to go through those. So whether it be questions about areas of the face, about skincare, there can be general wellness and yoga questions. Maybe you've got questions about teacher training, becoming one of our face yoga teachers. Maybe you're unsure what face yoga product or course to use. I'm really happy to answer all the questions. So that's the main thing we're going to be doing in today's live. But I do want to just start with a little bit of a face yoga class, a little bit of breath, a little bit of working on the face. Ideally have nice clean hands. If you've got clean skin and a little bit of Fusion by Danielle moisturising serum, then that works perfectly with face yoga. And the nice thing about that is you can leave that on afterwards. It's not too heavy, it's not too greasy, it won't block the pores. So you can just leave that on afterwards and you don't need to add anything else. You don't need to add your moisturiser or anything like that. So let's do a few techniques. I can see already you're starting to put questions up, which is fantastic. So I'm going to go through those in a moment. So let's start with some nice deep breaths. So let's just ground our feet on the floor, lengthen through our spine, just relax our shoulders and take a nice deep breath in through the nose and a nice deep breath out through the nose. So just let the abdomen rise on the in-breath and let the abdomen fall on the out breath. Just starting to allow yourself to feel a little bit centered, a little bit calmer, and just closing your eyes if you like here as well. Just scanning your face, noticing how is it feeling today. Are there any areas with tightness or tension? Are there any areas which feel particularly relaxed, particularly energized? Just get to know your face without judgment. Take a few moments to do that whilst focusing on the breath in and out through the nose. Good, so just try and continue that breath if you can throughout this class. And let's just wake up the face with a little bit of tapping now. So making sure you've got nice clean hands and let's tap all the way over our neck. And then we're just going to come up and down the jaw. Just think about releasing any tension here. And then all the way over the cheeks, waking up the skin, bringing all that fresh blood and nutrients up to the skin surface. Slightly lighter tap under the eye. So we're just going over the temple area, all the way over the forehead area as well. Nice deep breaths. And then just bring the hands down. So hopefully your skin should start to feel a little bit more energized now. And then we're just going to release a little bit of tension from the forehead. So we hold so much tension in our forehead area. We're just softening any lines here. That's really relaxing tension, and then just work here. This is wonderful if you suffer from number 11 lines between the forehead. You can do this for 1 minute per day. This really helps to soften that area, helps to relax that procerus muscle between the eyebrows, and then just working over the forehead again. And the more you can relax this big frontalis muscle, the better. We tend to overuse it day to day with expressions. We want to get into the habit of using our eyes a little bit more often. So let's bring our hands down and let's do a really good strengthener now for the area around the eyes. So we're particularly working this part of the orbicularis oculi muscle. So that's that circular muscle that runs around the eye. And what you're aiming to feel with this exercise is a little pulse or a little shake. So that's a really good indication that you're working into those muscles and you're engaging the muscle and allow it to contract and relax. So we're going to put the two middle fingers there just between the eyebrows. And then we're going to bring our index fingers and very lightly touch the outer corner of your eye. Now, if you use my book, Danielle Collins Face Yoga, you'll know the mini V. This one is called the V. So this works a little bit more of the muscle. It doesn't work quite as deep as the mini V, but it works slightly more of the muscle. So both are really, really beneficial. And you're going to half close your eyes, and you want to feel a little shake or a little pulse as you do this. Hopefully you can see mine shaking there, and then release. And take that again, half closing the eyes and release. So half close. Feel for that shake or pulse and release. And again, half closing and release. One more time, half closing and release. Keep your fingers there, close your eyes, feel for that little shake or little pulse as you close. So there'll be a position where you're not squeezing too hard, but you're not doing it too light. And you feel that, again, that little shake or that little pulse there. And then just releasing your hands, and hopefully your eyes should feel a lot more energized from that technique. So let's do a really good one to help our lymphatic drainage and really help to reduce puffiness and dark circles. So we're just tapping all the way around using your index finger. Now, if you're quite heavy-handed, use your ring finger instead. You want to use very light touch around this area. And focus on your breath as well. So deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose as you're doing this. So keep asking your questions, guys, because I'm going to take those questions in just a few minutes' time. This is very much a question and answer class today. And then just coming gently down. Okay, let's just work our cheeks. So let's do some lovely lifting techniques for these key muscles in the cheeks. So if you know your cheek muscles, we're working our zygomatic major, zygomatic minor. We're working right into our buccinator muscle, into our risorius muscle. So loads of those muscles that tend to get weaker as we age. So we really want to work with strengthening and toning those. So you're going to puff both cheeks out full of air. Use your fingers over your lips. Now, you don't need to use the fingers. This is only if you're very prone to getting little lines around this area. So we're here, puff out, and we're going to use our other hand. We're going to tap one side, and I'll let you know when to swap to the other side. So let's do this together now. Keep breathing in and out through your nose, keep puffing out those cheeks. And swap. If you have particular lines around this area, tap a bit more there. And relaxing down, lovely. Okay, let's just tap underneath this area now, really helping to tighten this area. So if you've just joined, welcome. And we're making sure we have clean hands whilst you do this, clean face, and if you've got a little bit of Fusion by Danielle Collins Moisturising Serum, add that as well. That's going to double the benefits of your face yoga. And then just bring your hands down, just doing a lovely little bit of lymphatic drainage, so just very gently coming down, and then just bring your fingers here, stick your bottom lip out a little bit and hold that position. So you really want to feel that big platysma muscle working at the front of the neck. 2 more deep breaths. And slowly come back down. Okay, so let's take some of your questions, guys, now. Okay, let me see. I'm going to go right back to the beginning, see what questions you guys are asking. Keep popping your questions up. Hello, everyone. What is the best face yoga course? Now, it sort of depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for teacher training, then doing our teacher training course, and you have 3 options there: distance learning, group, or one-to-one. At the moment, I would recommend either distance learning, where you study in your own time, your own pace, with manuals and video. You do a written assignment at the end, and then you do a Skype call with either myself or one of our super trainers. And you do your practical exam there, plus obviously lots of time for questions, and you get help and support via email throughout. So that's great at the moment because of obviously the COVID-19 situation, and we're not doing the group courses at the moment. Or you can do one-to-one, so you can do study at home and then you can spend a full day with one of our super trainers, but you can do that via Skype at the moment. So that's the best option if you want to do teacher training. If you just want to learn face yoga for yourself, I really recommend my 10-day face yoga course. So it's £29.99 British pounds. You can convert that to dollars. I think it's about $35, something like that. And you get 10 minutes of face yoga. So you do a 10-minute face yoga class, very structured program over 10 days. So it's really designed to get you great results in 10 days. You also get a full digital copy of my book, Danielle Collins Face Yoga. So you get in there 50 face yoga techniques, you get loads of lifestyle advice, skincare advice, beauty advice, wellness tips, affirmations. And you get a little sort of fun quiz you can do at the end. So if you go to faceyogaexpert.com/shop, that 10-day course is the second one down on the shop. If you want to send me a DM and ask about the 10-day face yoga course, the one that's $35, then we can send you the direct link for that one, because I do that with my lovely book publishers, Watkins. So we do it through Watkins Academy. So hopefully that's answered the question about the best face yoga course. Please let me know what I can do for cystic acne. It keeps coming on the same spot. Yes, so acne is quite a complex one. If you listen to my podcast, the Face Yoga Expert podcast, there was a really great episode on clear skin. So I had a beauty expert on there that talked about all the steps that we need to do to help our acne. So lifestyle is a big one. So it's really important to be looking at stress levels, at sleep, at foods that trigger acne. Then it's important to understand the best skincare for it. And there was another podcast episode, which I did last week with Michaela Boulder. She talks a lot about open pores, but she gives some great skincare advice for acne too. Then you need to really, particularly depending on what age you are, but definitely for adult acne, I would really I recommend you start to find out what the trigger is. So that's where you want to start. So is it hormonal? Is it food? Is it stress? And that will massively help with the acne too. It's really important to have really good hygiene. So change your pillowcase every night if you've got cystic acne. Make sure you've got clean hands. Don't massage right on that area. But something which you can do, which is amazing to do, is if you have a gua sha, you can just put the gua sha in the fridge. You can rub just a little bit of aloe vera on it, or even do it without the aloe vera. Place it on the area where you have the cystic acne and hold the crystal on there. Now, if you get sort of a cheap gua sha from Amazon or somewhere like that, you're not going to have those wonderful crystal healing benefits, and it won't hold its coolness, so it won't have those same anti-inflammatory properties. So I really recommend you get a really good jade one. You can use rose quartz as well. And if you go to faceyogaexpert.com/shop, we stock the ones from the Hey You method, which I think are fantastic, and that's a really lovely thing to do. And also rose quartz rollers are very good for acne as well. You can very, very gently hold the rose quartz on there and just slowly go over that too.